Arthur gonna opt to no shield and put all his hopes and dreams on the back of a one-shielded Shadow Darmanitan, and my goodness, what a decision that turns out to be, as you are going to witness a very oppressive, fast-move beatdown of this soon-to-be former top meta threat. Welcome back to the channel. My goodness, am I excited. The new move update has dropped and it looks phenomenal. We have the biggest meta shake-up we have ever witnessed. Not only is Skarmory getting nerfed, other annoying top meta threats like Gligar are going to be no more. Other former meta kings, such as Vigoroth in the theme cups, Licky, far too thicky, pretty much in any meta is allowed, are also taking huge L's. However, I'm not going to dwell on the move update too much. There's plenty of other content creators who have put videos out. Go check them out. I'm going to stick to my lane and shoutcast some triple shadow shenanigans, this time in the Open Great League. Currently today, and for the next couple of days, we've got 20 sets available. A lot of people are looking to speedrun them sets. Of course, you could use Grass Hold, Charm Hold, Triple Charm, or something toxic like that. However, if you're a trainer that wants to fly through battles with some style points, let me introduce you the quickest, most destructive triple shadow team of them all. These battles were submitted to the channel by, I actually don't know if I'm being brutally honest. As you can see, they come to me already nicely edited. However, I don't know the in-game trainer name. However, the email address was Arthur, so we're going to call him Arthur for the duration of the video. Without any further ado, let's get into the battle. And in game one, we pick up a very nice lead. Not only is it a one lead, it's also very nice because our backline doesn't fancy the work of this Poliwrath. Arthur over farms, fires off the Frenzy Plant on the charge attack priority. The opponent invests to protect shield. Arthur opts the match, and again, a very nice count in, throwing the Frenzy Plant on the charge attack priority. Venusaur able to secure that one hit KO. The opponent sends out Charizard, looking for that wing attack farm down. Venusaur's like, nah, I'm not done. Fires off the Sludge Bomb, even debuff Sludge Bomb lands for a lot of damage, and we see the pivot into Darmanitan. This angry looking Fire Monkey is an insanely glassy Pokemon. You can see that non-stab Dragon Claw near knocks us out. The opponent banks a boatload of energy, send out Venusaur. Venusaur instantly puts up that Protect Shield, shielding up the overheat. And we are now in a very tricky spot. We've still got one Protect Shield, too high behind, but Piloswine will certainly be getting one shot by a Frenzy Plant. Arthur will need to make a catch to win this game. However, the question is, will our Switch Timer be up? Arthur shields up the Frenzy Plant, gets the full Powder Snow farm down. Switch Timer is up. Unfortunately, we don't opt for the catch. If we did, we would have won the game. Unfortunately, you can't win them all, and we're going to be off to a 0-1 start. GG's to that opponent. In the endgame there, Arthur opted to go for the charge attack priority. However, unfortunately, Piloswine has a 121 attack compared to Charizard's 132. In the next battle, we see Venusaur into public enemy number 1, the stupid brick wall Bastiodon. We throw the Frenzy Plant after 7 Vine Whips, which is optimal timing, only giving away 1 free turn. We enter the pivot into Piloswine. We tank the Stone Edge. Arthur, again, not baiting. He is full sending the high horsepower. Does the opponent respect the damage? Boo! As heartbreaking as it is that we don't get to see Piloswine land its enormous big boom, I'm fairly confident this backline is going to be some kind of toxic nonsense like a Razor Leaf user and a Charmer. And if that is the case, Darmanitan is absolutely going to pop off. We send back out Venusaur, we shoot at the Flamethrower, return fire with the Frenzy Plant. You can see just how annoying this stupid brick wall is. With its 10 bazillion HP, Arthur forced to dump a second. The second Frenzy Plant does secure the knockout, and we are spamming the switch. Let's go Darmanitan, let's go Monkey. And as I said, the opponent is running a toxic nonsense team, but blink and you might miss it. Wigglytuff straight in and straight out. Get that Marshmallow off my screen. As we've lowered our attack, we're unable to incinerate farm down, and this is going to get close. The opponent makes a mistake, opting to throw a charge move. In this situation, the opponent should be committing to the Razor Leaf fast move beatdown, as when they throw a charge move, we're able to sneak the Vine Whip, we reach the Frenzy Plant and take that game. Was our Venusaur in one Razor Leaf range? I'm unsure. However, the opponent should have been smarter and at least played to their win condition. In the next battle, beautiful lead. The opponent save switches into Sableye, and this could be a problem. Arthur fires off the Frenzy Plant, forcing us early shield advantage, and we see the pivot into Piloswine. I like this pivot, as Piloswine of course wants no part of Poliwrath. We tank the foul play. We're able to reach the avalanche. The opponent is going to be forced to burn 2 shields if they want to realign, and that's exactly what they do. The problem for this opponent is when shields are down, Darmanitan absolutely goes to town, and with his monstrous attack stat, it really does not care about type-ins. Arthur sends out Darmanitan. We shield at the foul play, look for the incinerate farm down. Unfortunately, the opponent is able to reach one more, and we now also find ourselves all shields down. The opponent sends back out Polyrath thinking, I resist everything. Trainer, you're very quickly about to find out. You don't. Overheat might be resisted, but it's still near one-shots. We send out Venusaur. The opponent's got the silly electric fish in the back, and this game is already going to be signed, sealed, and delivered. Lantern gets one shot. One Vine Whip knocks out Polyrath, and we emerge victorious. In the next battle, we see a very, very nice lead, and the opponent is completely core broken by Venusaur. Stunfisk, also not a particularly good grass counter. Trainer, what were you thinking when you were building this team? I'm quite surprised we didn't instantly go Piloswine. However, as I say that, Arthur does not disappoint, making a very nice Mud Bomb catch onto his Mammoth. Is Piloswine even a Mammoth? Mamoswine, definitely a Mammoth. It looks like Manny from Ice Age. This thing, I don't know, maybe it's some kind of pig. We got distracted as always. However, Arthur isn't distracted. You can see his counting is very nice. He throws on the CMP tie once again, always maximising his energy. The opponent desperate to realign, but Arthur's like, nah, it simply is not happening, trainer. The opponent sends out the unshielded Jellicent, the unable to hex farm down, and they're now going to eat the high horsepower to the face. Holy crap, that does a lot. Arthur, of course, will be returning to the arena with Venusaur as Darmanitan doesn't want the work. Well, it didn't, but it now certainly doesn't mind as this Jellicent finds itself deep in the red. We tank the Shadow Ball, send out Darmanitan with a Protect Shield to hide behind, and out comes Skarmory. And this soon-to-be former top meta threat is going to get melted in the blink of an eye. The opponent goes to the Sky Attack bait, but no bait will be saving this opponent's fate. Arthur having some fun, going for the BM, no bubble Ovi. Ovi isn't lethal, but one Incinerate is going to be all she wrote. GG's, and thanks for playing. In the next battle, we see the Venusaur mirror. Of course, our Venusaur is better because we're running the Shadow variant. Both trainers farm up. Arthur tries his luck making a very risky Sludge Bomb catch onto Piloswine, unsuccessfully. We manage to bait out Stinky Binky. We go straight for the high horsepower. Holy Stinky Binky, one of the thickest mon in the format, but my god did that land for some huge damage. Arthur elects to no shield, and I like that play a lot. So if we would have shielded, Powder Snow farm down, we would lose CMP to Venusaur, and it'd kind of be a waste. Instead, Arthur opts to send out his own Venusaur. Get a huge Vine Whip farm down, leave at 100 energy. Back out comes the opposing Venusaur. We fire off the Sludge Bomb, winning the charge attack priority. Arthur calls the bait. What a savage. Arthur then fires off the next Sludge Bomb. The opponent opts to double shield Venusaur, and we pivot into Darmanitan. Out comes Empoleon. You know what time it is. Hi Empoleon. Bye Empoleon. Get wrecked. Overheat. Massive overkill. Back out comes the opposing Venusaur. We can just shield this up. They Incinerate, despite being debuffed, will be knocking out, and we're going to take that game. In the next battle, we see Venusaur into Licky, far too thicky. My god, I can't wait for the nerf next season. We will not be seeing this thing, hopefully, ever again. Venusaur and Lickitung pace at the same speed to the charge moves of Frenzy Plant and Body Slam respectively. Arthur tanks the Body Slam, heavily overfarms before firing off the Frenzy Plant. Licky might be thick, but it doesn't fancy tanking a Frenzy Plant. The opponent puts up a Protect Shield, then pivot out into Annihilate, and we are going for the hard-hitting high horsepower. High horsepower! Oof, doesn't quite get that one shot. But this is only a Night Slash, and that Powder Snow should knock out. So we actually cleanly win the Zero Shield, with a little bit of help with the opponent switching out late. Arthur can send back out Venusaur with the Frenzy Plant bank, and win the charge attack priority. I think that's CMP anyways. I didn't see a lick come through. Well, perhaps it wasn't, as we got a Vine Whip through. Either way, the opponent does dump their energy, and we're putting it all on 2-shield Darmanitan. This Lickitung does have a lot of residual energy. We give up the first Protect Shield, blocking up the incoming Body Slam. Lickitung finds itself in a bit of an awkward health range. It looks like we're just going to opt to double shield, commit to the Incinerate farm down, and hopefully nuke whatever's in the back. The opponent switches out late into Wigglytuff, And this is going to be yet another one-hit KO. High Marshmallow by Marshmallow. We even leave with the rock slide, which is kind of unnecessary, but we're able to take that game. Darmanitan running rampant. Let's go. In the next battle, we see Dragonite in the lead. How do we beat dragons? We say switch into our hard counter of Piloswine, baiting out Sandslash. We're able to fire off the high horsepower on the CMP tie. High horsepower forces that protection, and that opens up an opportunity for us to incinerate Farm Down and hopefully rock slide Dragonite. Although I don't think this Sandslash is going to survive too many incinerates. Oh baby, buckle up. Do they survive 2? 1? No shot. Holy cow. 2 incinerates. The opponent unwilling to send back out Dragonite, send out Gator, then throw on alignment or perhaps attempting to CMP, but regardless, we sneak the Incinerate, bank 100 energy, pivot back out into Venusaur, baiting back out Dragonite. Dragonite going to be able to outpace to the Dragon Claw. Arthur going to burn the final Protect Shield, look to knock this Dragonite out or force the final shield in return. The opponent opt to shield Dragonite. Dragonite has a pretty high attack stat, but trainer, you certainly won't win CMP against Darmanitan. Darmanitan fires off the rock slide. Rock slide will be knocking Dragonite out from the sky. Ovi is resisted, but you already know it's easily going to knock out. GG's and thanks for playing. For those of you wondering, Dragonite has a very respectable 136 attack stat in the Great League. However, Darmanitan with a whopping 151. In the next battle, we see Charger Bug in the lead. 2 better responses in the back, so we say switch into Piloswine. Our Piloswine say switch is answered again by Annihilate. And once again, like Deja Vu, we force ourselves early shield advantage. Unfortunately, the ape got a huge farm down, and this energy is quite scary. We see the instant no shield deployed. Hopefully, this is a Night Slash Shadow Ball variant, and they're baiting. Luckily for us, Arthur's huge cojones call the bait. Shadow Venusaur very much on the glassy side of things. So we would have needed to respect the next Night Slash. It would have got us low, but the opponent actually full send a Shadow Ball, which allows Arthur to overfarm before firing off the Frenzy Plant. Frenzy Plant forces the opponent's final protection. We take the initiative, pivoting into Darmanitan, looking to get a running start. Out comes Pelipper. Of course, water types usually pretty good into fire types, but not today as a Rock Slide picks up that one-hit KO. Back out comes Charger Bug. Unfortunately, we only get off 1 Incinerate. Does that put it into Sludge Bomb range? It's going to be close. Come on, Venusaur. Moment of truth. Is Sludge Bomb enough to knock out? Let's go, Venusaur. Sludge Bomb isn't lethal. Can we Vine Whip Farm Down? No, we cannot. Charger Bug survives on 1 HP and a dream. And we're going to take a heartbreaking loss. GG's to that opponent. In the next battle, we see the battle of the grass types. Venusaur, usually pretty good into opposing grass types, not named Trevenant or Abomasnow. We've got 2 better responses in the back, so we say switch into Piloswine. The opponent takes a huge amount of Powder Snow damage, looking to force a Protect Shield, which they do. They then send out Lantern, very nice composure, holding her energy, and we get to full send the high horsepower. High horsepower force the Protect Shield. Piloswine reaching for the second on the charge attack priority. Is the opponent willing to go down 2 Protect Shields? Oh baby, it's Boomer Clock. We force both Protect Shields, and you already know Darmanitan is going to boom something. We send out Venusaur. Venusaur looking to overfarm. We see the instant no shield deployed. Venusaur going to fully wall Lantern. And it's very nice the opponent's only going to serve rather than the harder hitting Thunderbolt. We overfarm, fire off the Frenzy Plant. Frenzy Plant, of course, massive overkill, and we are pivoting into Darmanitan. Let's go, Fire Monkey. Time to boom something. Out comes Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz, incredibly thick. Arthur looks to fire off the Rock Slide, but the opponent makes a very nice catch. We go for the undercharge, but Rock Slide, of course, easily going to knock out as Trevenant had very minimal HP. Back out comes Mandibuzz. The opponent fires off the Aerial Ace bait, but we've got the Overheat bank, so no bait will save this opponent's fate as Overheat picks up the 1-hit KO. Mandibuzz, you sir might think you're thick, but evidently you found out you wasn't thick enough. Heading into the next battle. Another tricky dragon lead. Last time we was able to beat it by say switching into a hard counter of Piloswine, and we're opting for the same strategy again. This time we managed to bait out Dubwall. Ouch, that body slam hurt. We tank the body slam for a 1 Powder Snow and the Avalanche. Avalanche gets the opponent low. The opponent looks for the double kick farm down. Piloswine again holding strong. Able to make 1 further Avalanche opponent shields and get knocked out through the shield. So for those of you that don't know, even if you shield a charge move, it still does 1 damage. The opponent in shambles. Well, not really, this Dragonair is still a problem, although Venusaur, much like his little buddy Darmanitan, doesn't care about typings. I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of bait him. I'd be going straight Frenzy Plant all the way. That looks like the play we are going for. We fire the Frenzy Plant, forcing the opponent's final Protect Shield. The opponent unable to Dragon Breath farm us down. Gonna opt to throw, and we see Arthur putting all his hopes and dreams once again into our 1-shielded Darmanitan. The opponent gives up switch, sending out their third, which is the Steel Penguin, and that's gonna be game over. Arthur gonna shield up the incoming Hydro Cannon, Incinerate farm all the way down, and we're gonna end today's video with one final Overheat Boom. Dragonair might resist fire, but Overheat gonna be massive overkill. GG's, and thanks for playing. Unfortunately, that is going to end today's showcase. A bit of a shorter video, despite me rambling on for a while in the intro, and that being 2 complete sets. You can see this team makes battles fly by. So if you're enjoying the content, smash that like button if you're new. Consider subscribing if you like your battles featured on my channel. A link to a battle submission form is down below. And as always, a huge thank you to everyone for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.